It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Seahawks and the Bills. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And it's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 25 carries, 71 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
He's got the connection to Moore. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Ethan Evans now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't.
And right away, he lost the football.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Brad Robbins now. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early...
Allen hit. He lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they're trying to preach.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Here's Allen.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run again on first down. Cook, no dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And complete to Smith-Njigba. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 15. His throw incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. They'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you've got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now a 3rd and 6. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is going to be a reverse here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
They run again with Walker. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A solid run on first down and 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start. Offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. High safety, so you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. To the air, Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. From the gun, it's Allen. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bills have taken the lead. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start with two teams that have shared quarterbacks in the past. Steve DeBerg, Joe Montana, Alex Smith, but no more. San Francisco at Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Isaiah Pacheco with a touchdown run. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 touchdown passes thus far. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bills to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Cook up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the... Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out come the Bills. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And out now come the Seahawks.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On play action, they'll throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Hold on here, Chris. On that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Allen. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Over the middle and complete to Moore. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's 3rd and 7. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. First down, here's the run with Cook. Down to the 22-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. McPherson's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to Fant.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now 2nd and 4. He's back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football.
3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
A quick running on 1st down, but this defense up to the task there as they stop him before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1 officially. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down 9-3, 36 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Buffalo, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.